Hi everyone. So today I wanted to talk to you about 3 reasons why I believe running done properly is the best method for you to lose body fat and lose weight overall and just be healthier and strong. But to lose fat, I say the most effective, efficient way to do that is running. And I say running properly. I mean running, real running, running hard, running fast, in an interval form is best. Challenging yourself with some sprints, challenging yourself with some hills, some inclines, really running hard. So what I'm talking about is not training for a marathon. It is not, just plodding along mile after mile after mile. It is maybe a 20-minute intense workout to where you warm up for about 4 minutes, you run really hard for a minute, you run easier for a minute, you run really hard for a minute, or even walk. Or maybe, you warm up, you go run 100 meters really fast, you walk to recover for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then run another 100 meters really fast. So that'd be sprints. And then, hills, of course, are great because you can run uphill and you don't even have to go very fast, but it is so hard and intense because of that incline that you really, really get your heart rate pumping. Now, what I'm saying, running properly, meaning going to that place at least for a certain amount of time to where you're breathing really hard, your muscles are burning, your heart rate is like very high, on that top end of your goal heart rate level, which is 90 to 95% of your max heart rate. So that running properly is most often and most effectively done outside. You can definitely run on the treadmill, and I know for some people with joint issues, running on a treadmill is a lifesaver, and then also, of course, childcare issues, stuff like that. So no matter what, running, though, when you get after it intensely, I believe is the best way to lose fat. So let me tell you the 3 reasons why. Okay, number 1 is a toxic release. Okay, so in your body, there's a system called your lymphatic system. And that system does not work like your circulatory system. It doesn't have a heart. The way it works and the way it pumps and the way it flows is through muscle contraction. Now, it is similar to the circulatory system in that there's ducts and channels all over your body that carry this lymph, which is the toxic sludge from all the cells in your body dumping their garbage into this lymphatic system. And so the only way to get it out of your body is for this lymphatic system to carry it towards the heart, and then it gets eliminated throughout the blood. So basically what happens is if you do not move, if you do not jiggle a little bit or wiggle a little bit, that system cannot work properly. It gets bogged down because the only way it works is through muscle contraction or movement. That's why rebounders and bouncing on the rebounder is such a popular thing for older population, because it gets them moving without much impact and not much effort whatsoever, but that bouncing motion helps eliminate toxins from your system. So if you're trying to lose fat, the metabolites of fat in your system is toxic. If you're, trying to clean up your, detoxify your body, you need to make sure that you're stimulating your lymphatic system. Now, also in that regard, your liver also needs to be stimulated. And a great way to stimulate your liver is with bouncing motion. So, of course, when you're running, you are really bouncing because you're actually flying through the air. You're basically jumping in each step. Where when you're walking, that's good and that's movement too. It does stimulate the lymphatic system, but nothing like the action of actually running, because you're you're flying through the air and you're jumping and you're like the impact, and that's why it is high impact. But of course, high impact is not all bad. It's very good for, like I said, the toxic release, and it's also good for, of course, your bones. But we're talking about the benefits of running for fat loss. So you get those toxins out, you can see some fat loss, your body works better, and you're going to start seeing, your skin look smoother because all that cellulite and toxins stored in your body are getting released from the actual bouncing motion of running. Okay, the second reason is because running is insanely effective. When you run, you use your biggest muscles in your body mainly. That's your legs. Your legs have more muscle in them than any other area of your body. I mean, look, how big your arm is compared to how big your leg is, right? So those legs moving in motion and running hard really stimulate your heart rate. They stimulate a huge caloric burn. Now, if you run the way that I recommend, with using intervals and hills and sprints and really varying your speeds and really pushing into that, lactic acid zone where you're really feeling the burn, you're going to have what's called an afterburn effect even. So while you're running, you're burning calories, of course. During that, 20 minutes of running, you're burning calories. But up to 48 hours afterwards, after that one run, your caloric output, your burning level, your afterburn, is going to be higher than it would have been if you would have never done that run. So up to 2 days afterwards, you're going to have the benefits of that run in your metabolism. So that's going to allow you to eat more nutritious food and still lose weight. Because a lot of the problems we see with weight loss is that you're cutting down so many calories that you don't have any energy to actually run. Well, if you run, you get to burn those calories plus burn more, and then so therefore you're going to be able to eat a little bit more and still lose weight when you're running. Now, compared to any other physical fitness activity out there, you can look at the charts. Biking is nothing. Even the elliptical is nothing. Things like, that don't really push you and use your legs a lot and that aren't, really hard because you're trying to propel your whole body through the world, and definitely running outside on solid ground is more effective than running on the treadmill, because it does take more effort because the ground is not moving, right? So that is the second reason. So first of all, your toxic release. Secondly, it is insanely effective at burning calories. And thirdly, and this is one of my most favorite reasons why running is so awesome, because if you run really hard and really push into that, lactic acid zone to where you're just burning and breathing really hard and just you feel like almost tingly everywhere, that kind of running will stimulate youthful hormones like growth hormone and testosterone. So if you really want to, reverse the aging effects in your body, if you can get these natural youthful hormones emitting out of all of your cells from a hard, intense run or sprint, you're going to just see your results accelerate, because those hormones make you feel energized, make you feel confident, and make you feel strong, make you just feel good, because they are, youthful hormones, and compared to old person hormones, or people don't have, hormones that make you want to just get up and run around. Think about a 2-year-old. They run all everywhere, right? That's youthful hormones, and it's just that excitement and the ability to just get up and move your body and explode. That is all youthful hormones. And we all know that, testosterone and growth hormone, they really help your body composition. They help you build lean muscle, and the more muscle you have, the more fat you burn at rest. So this is why I absolutely love running, and running hard and fast, and make sure to integrate or try to integrate some sprints in your training. And sprints to me are not more than 100 meters long, and typically, we're talking about maybe 15 seconds in duration, 15 to 20 seconds in duration, as hard as you possibly can run. And then you take a break, you catch your breath, take 2 or 3 minutes even to do another one at optimal effort. You can also do them more Tabata style, to where you run really, really hard. You only rest for like 30 seconds, and then you run really, really hard again, and then you can get the workout done in like 4 minutes that way. But it is excruciating, trust me, and it's not something that I like to do very often. But I mean, Tabata is another, form of an interval. It's just named after the doctor who just started promoting it. It's nothing special, but you can do all sorts of varieties of sprints and running and intervals. I mean, you look at track training, it is just crazy, you know, the number of different types of training programs that they implement for their sprinters and their short middle distance runners, like, you know, so 100, 200, and 400 meter training is exactly what I'm talking about, that type of training. And look at the sprinter's body. Isn't that a body that you want? It's like nice and lean and muscular compared to like a marathon runner. So I want you to get after your running. You know, you got to start somewhere. Just get out there and run. Try to, you know, think about maybe getting faster versus running further. When you start, you know, once you get to being able to run 20 minutes straight, you know, just kind of think, okay, now my next goal is to run that same distance faster. And I'm going to be uploading a training program for you on my website, buffmother.com, that will bring you through several different workouts that will help you, you know, get the mindset about running faster instead of further. All right, get after it and enjoy those 3 awesome benefits of running. Take care. Bye.